Hi, I'm Dave Parsh.
I'm Picott.
I'm Speer.
Welcome to Riverdog Rewind. So I'm not mic'd up today, so I'm not going to do a lot of talking. I'm going to let you two talk. So this is Rod Picott, and we're going to feature his last show here in the barn in 2022.
2022, that sounds right.
What can you remember about that show?
Not much. There's been a lot of shows since. It
was hot.
It was very hot. It was kind of raucous for a singer-songwriter show, is what I remember. It was a lot of fun, and people were very engaged, and it's just it's a wonderful environment to play in. So I love the Riverdog shows, whether they're in the studio or in the barn. It's all great.
So tell us from your perspective about Terry and Deborah.
Yeah, well, I mean, the personality of a venue it's top down, it's whoever owns and runs the venue, it's their personality infuses the show and makes it what it is. And Terry and because Terry's sitting right beside me, so I have to say good things, but they're such lovely, generous hosts, and they want the experience to be really good for people. It's not just about getting people in the seats. It's about the whole thing. They really care about the sound. Terry works really hard to to make the sound work, and he just stays on it the whole show, which is a lovely thing. A lot of times you go to play a show as a performer, you show up, the guy sets the sound and then walks away from it and never comes back, and you kind of feel like, well, I hope it's good, but things can change as the show goes on. And they're just really vigilant and friendly, and they've cultivated a really great audience and of lovely people, and it's just a wonderful shared experience. And like I said, it's just every venue is like this. It's from the top down. It's the people who run the venue, because it's also the people that they surround themselves with, who help out, and those people's personality has an effect on the show, and so it's just a wonderful group of people. That's what it comes down to.
Well, I hope you enjoy the show.
Anything else, Deborah, if I have it all to go? How do you feel, Ryan? You ready to go? Knock him down? Good, knock him down. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the great Rod Picott.
Was a welder at the Navy Yard on the North Atlantic, where the winters come down hard. And after work he did some drinking, sometimes it was a little rough. Most nights he'd get his fill, but sometimes you can't get enough. Some things you're born to, some things you gotta learn. Broken homes, wrecked cars, scars and welding burns. Keep a bottle under the seat, hard enough to make you cough. Some days you need something to knock the edges off. I swore I wasn't gonna stay here, I used to dream a lot. Now I can't remember what it was that I was dreaming of. Some things you're born to, some things you gotta learn. Broken homes, wrecked cars, scars and welding burns. I used to take her down to Lee's Mills Pond to see the August sun on her brown skin. I promised I'd take her away, but she knew better even way back then. dresser drawer from the work tees. Little holes burned in each one where the good shirts used to be. Some things you're born to, and some things you gotta learn. Broken homes, wrecked cars, scars and welding burns. Some things you're born to, and some things you gotta learn. Broken homes, wrecked cars, broken bones and welding burns. Some things you're born to, some things you're born to. First time you have already. It's good to get it over with. Good to get that first mistake out of the way. I actually did it on purpose. Also set a new record. A bead of sweat rolled down my forehead on the second verse. This is a whole new thing here with the lyrics. I've had used lyrics before, like when a song was new or something like that, but last year I turned 57 in November, and I had a bottle of wine with a friend, and I went to bed. I slept just fine. I got up in the morning, I was 15 pounds heavier, 2 inches shorter, and I couldn't remember a thing. 57. Did that happen to anybody else at 57? We have a tape record. Oh, God. Well, we're back. We're trying to live again. Anybody else develop a little drinking problem during the COVID years? I was the bartender. The bar was open all day long, 24 hours a day, and so that's what happened. This is my town, out in the Rust Belt fields. We were banging out Buicks and Oldsmobiles. There was always a job, and the money was there. Some say we got a little lazy, but no one seemed to care. 'Cause they figured it out and shipped the elbow grease down to Mexico, off to the Chinese. And I learned a little something about how things are. No one remembers your name just for working hard. They drive it into the ground till the factory's cold, and they tear it all down and the parts get sold. Come the lawyers now, picking over the bones, and this street is just ghosts where there used to be homes. 'Cause they figured it out, yeah, and shipped the elbow grease down to Mexico, off to the Chinese. And I learned a little something about how things are. No one gets a bonus for bloody knuckles and scars. And no one remembers your name just for working hard. casino boat up around Boone. Think I'll buy me a bottle and motel room and put all I have left on a little black square. Risk it all like the big boys, like I don't even care. They drive you into the ground till your engine's cold, calling the auctioneer as the banks foreclose. I learned a little something about how things are. No one gets a bonus for bloody knuckles and scars, and no one remembers your name just for working hard. Thank you. This is literally 10 times as many people as I had at the show last night. I came upstairs at Southgate Revival House there, and I've been outside wandering around. There were 2 people. And by the end of the first song, the audience had doubled. It's unbelievable. We got a new record out called Paper Hearts and Broken Arrows, getting good reviews. That always feels nice. I'm gonna do a bunch of songs from that right now. And let's see. This one's called Mona Lisa. I am standing beneath the street light, and I'm waiting here for you. You got a street light of your own somewhere, and you're waiting for me too. I have dust I should be shaking from the shoulders of this shirt, but I've been hiding in the basement. Chicken shit, I might get hurt. And you're not the Mona Lisa, no. I'm not your James Dean. You're not a painting from a master, and I'm no hero from a movie scene. But I am waiting here for you. Are you waiting somewhere for me too? I have traveled back roads, keeping my head low for the fear of holding someone who will let me go. And I am tired, and my engine is all torn down. I am laying in pieces all over Shantytown. And you're not the Mona Lisa, no, and I'm not your James Dean. You're not a painting from a master, and I'm no hero from a movie scene. But I am waiting here for you. Are you waiting somewhere for me too? Someone will come someday, ain't no telling when. Find all the parts of me and put me back together again. I am waiting here for you. Are you waiting somewhere for me too? I'm waiting The Riverdog shows are just magic to me. I don't quite have the vocabulary to exactly describe how it feels to me to be out here, but I love the ride off of that, from getting off of the highway all the way out here. It's just beautiful to me. All the corn is beautiful. Probably all you guys are used to it and you don't see it anymore, but it's just beautiful to me, all the green stuff. And all the zero-turn radius lawnmowers that I saw coming in. That's a big thing around here, I guess. I think I saw 6 of them on that drive. Middle-aged guys with their headphones on. Oh, that's right, they got the 2 sticks. Buzzing up and down their lawns. So I read this book called Gods of Howell Mountain by a young writer named Taylor Brand. And it was a fantastic book. It was all about the bootlegging industry in North Carolina during Prohibition. And it was one of those books that, like, the characters are so rich and the story's so great, like you wake up at 4:30 in the morning and you just go, fuck it, I'll just start reading, you know. I couldn't put it down. And I got finished with it and I thought, oh man, there's a song in here. I know there's a song in here. And so I wrote it and I sent it to Taylor just to, you know, I thought that would be a sort of polite thing to do since the book was the inspiration for the song. And he said, oh man, I love it. I'm so flattered, you know. It's a great song, and do you mind if I share it with people on my social media, you know, on Facebook and all that, Twitter and all that stuff? I said, no, that's great. That's great for me, you know. It's a whole new audience, you know. So he posted the link and he wrote a little paragraph about, you know, this guy, Rod Picott, wrote this song called Revenuer about Gods of Howell Mountain. And at the end he wrote, and it's kind of funny because it comes full circle, because I basically wrote Gods of Howell Mountain based off of Steve Earle's Copperhead Road. So I was unwittingly stealing from 2 sources at the same time. I would appreciate it if you don't tell Steve. He doesn't seem like a guy that would have a good sense of humor about that. Church girls want it, and the preacher too, from the white dress to the shiny black shoe. The old man up on the mountain, he's got a 12 gauge, ain't for hunting, 'cause these woods have eyes on you, they see everything that I lost a piece of me in the last war. I still don't know what we was fighting for, but I'm damn sure know now she's every good thing God will allow. Revenue's coming, yeah, the revenue is coming. Revenue's coming, but it won't catch me. Revenue's coming, yeah, the revenue is coming. Revenue is coming, but it won't catch me. It won't catch me. Won't catch me. Thank you. This next one I wrote with my longtime co-writing partner, a guy named Slade Cleaves. A few of you probably know who Slade is. And it's just probably, it doesn't sound like it. When I start the song, you're going to think, oh, here we go again. But It's just probably the most hopeful song I've ever heard. It doesn't sound like it till I get to the chorus. So just hold on with me here.
Clouds are gathered on the western range. I can feel it in my bones. Yet another cold, hard rain. Rivers rising over old floodlines. Oh, baby, don't it feel like we're headed to the end of times? When the night comes stealing in and the day has left a mark, I'll take you by the hand and lead you through the dark. We nurse our bruises and hide our scars. We stare into the cold night sky and see chaos in the stars. Over and over, it's the same old dance. People stray into the dark in search of one last chance. When the night comes stealing in and the day has left a mark, I'll take you by the hand and lead you through the dark. When the night comes stealing in and the day has left a scar, I'll take you by the hand, together through the dark. And I'll keep a flame for you, hold you through the doubt. You can't fight against a storm, but we can wait it out. This world is hard from the day you're born. We spend our whole life long licking honey from thorns, just trying to hold on to our hope. You can beg for mercy or pray for a little more rope. When the night comes stealing in and the day has left a mark, I'll take you by the hand and lead you through the dark. When the night comes stealing in and the day has left a scar, I'll take you by the hand, together through the dark. Together through the dark. Together through the dark.
Yeah? You guys had to wait a minute. Thank you very much. This one. So since the COVID thing, I've been spending a lot of time at my dad's place way up in Brownville, Maine. You know, there's nothing in Brownville, Maine, so I wrote a lot of songs. And there's a gas station. There's a little tiny post office that's only open a couple hours a day. There's a library, believe it or not. It's got like 5 or 6 books, so you got choices there. And then there's a snowmobile repair guy as well. So that's all there is in Brownville. So You know, unless you need your snowmobile worked on, you ain't got shit to do except write songs. Watch my father mow the lawn and stuff like that. I was playing with these couple of chords. And I don't know what it was about it. I still don't know really. But songs kind of tell you what they're about as you write them. They sort of reveal themselves to you. And I was rocking back and forth between these two chords, and I thought, it kind of feels like sex to me. I don't know why. But then I thought, I don't know if I've never written directly at that subject, so I kind of feel underqualified, if you know what I mean, because like Prince had done it really well, and like, you know what I mean, like how are you going to compare to that? So, but I was playing these chords. Who am I kidding? I'm 57. I thought, what the heck, I'm going to take a try. So there it is, it's called Dirty T-Shirt. I like you in your dirty T-shirt. Darling, you don't need to brush your hair. Just pick a destination. I'll do the dirty work to get you there. I like working with my hands. I like your bare feet on the hardwood floor. If I can take you to that place, I'll give you all I have and more. Runaway train, horse on the run, the hurricane, you can't stop it with a gun. There are no words on my tongue, just this fire. Desire, oh desire. She was an angel on my shoulder, sleeping deeply in a dream. I didn't move so not to wake her, the light fire running in my veins. Lipstick and mascara, you don't need any disguise. I want you just the way you are. They just distract me from your brilliant eyes. It's a rolling of the dice, it's a spinning of the great big wheel. One more chance to feel alive, one more night to try to feel. Runaway train, horse on the run, hurricane, you can't stop it with a gun. There are no words on my tongue, just this fire. Desire, oh desire. Desire, oh desire. I played it a couple of weeks ago down in Atlanta, right in the middle of the song. This guy stretches out, put his arm around his girl, and it's working. I'm like the folk prince up here. What do we do? That's not what I want to play next.
Go for it. Like your new guitar, Rod. Nice.
I thought you were going to give me shit about it because I know you like the Gibson.
No, this one wins my approval.
I don't want to play this one again.
No, okay, we'll do that. I'll do that. And then that. All right.
That CD thing going on here. There's another one I wrote with my old buddy Slade Cleaves. Man, I have never seen beers look so good in my entire life. I can't drink when I play because I know I can't. I lose my concentration and I forget words and stuff. I mean, I feel like I'm gonna forget words with the lyrics. Anyway, yeah, no, I can't drink. I gotta wait. So I'll just play everything really fast. Pull the engine with a block and chain. Got the oil pumping just before the rain. In the gravel drive, there's a Pontiac. Come the weekend, I'm down at the track. It's a 74, Dad bought it new. It's mostly stock, and it's rusted through. I only worry about what's underneath. What she looks like don't mean a damn to me. 'Cause you don't need that flash and shine. You just need to be hard off the line. So keep your lacquer, your chrome and flames, and I'll paint mine primer gray. Some guys are rich and they'll let you know. Some act tough, but it's all a show. I know the things men hold inside. Yeah, we're all about the same when you kill the lights. And you don't need that flash and shine. You just need to be hard off the line. So keep your lacquer, your chrome and flames, and I'll paint mine primer gray. My old man was fast back in the day. Bring that trophy home now, Mama used to say. Now they're on the shelf just gathering dust. Luck turns to loss and chrome to rust. Detail and tune. My boy's 16, he'll be driving soon, but he won't drive that old 74. Now these kids today, they all want something more. You don't need that flash and shine. You just need to be hard off the line. So keep your lacquer, your chrome and flames, and I'll paint mine primer gray. So what you do, it ain't what you say. I'll paint mine primer gray. Very kind. It really, honestly, all kidding aside, it really does feel so good to be back out in the world. And I know it still feels a little strange, you know, somebody coughs or sniffles and they're 10 feet away from you and you go, but it just feels so good to be back out playing. I spent that 2.5 years. I did 11 shows in 2.5 years, and I would normally do close to 300 shows during that time period. So it really messed with my head. I have to be honest, it really did. I think all like really hard touring artists, it really messed us up. Because you start to think, you know, you have this vision of yourself, and probably probably happened to a bunch of you in different ways, and the same thing happened in different ways from different angles, but you know, like when you're just home week after week after week, month after month, after a while you just start to go, who the hell am I? Like, what am I doing? I'm doing the first shot of vodka at 10:30 in the morning, you know, and watching the Bourne Supremacy for the 18th time. Like, what the hell has my life become? Like, groceries are getting, you know, brought to the doorstep, and so was the booze. I even found booze that delivered. That was some magic shit right there. Even I could have a couple drinks before I go get my booze? Okay, certainly.
Oh, anyway, it was hard on everybody. It was hard on. So I'm grateful that you're here.
I really am. I feel like it's what I do is a privilege, and it's a gift to me that I'm able to do this for a living, and to have, you know, 40 or 50 people come out to listen to these songs. It has an enormous amount of meaning to me, and I don't take it for granted one bit. I never, ever, ever think, even last night when there were 4 people in the audience, I did not for 1 second think, I wish there were 30 people. Okay, maybe in the car when I was leaving, but during the show, those were the 4 people that I was playing for. And tonight, you are here, and you're the people that I'm playing for. I'm not playing for any, I'm not thinking about anybody who's not here. It's you guys. This is our night. Of a Firebird, it's a 76. We all got laid off from the tire plant down in Nashville. A few months back, they told me down at unemployment, things have changed. You're on your own now, boy. You got to think outside of the box. So I made a new job. I'm self-employed. I got a 410 shotgun, cut the stock and barrel down. It's just a 410 shotgun. Get the duct tape and wrap it round. I'm being careful, I don't work too much. I paint the car up from time to time. I change the tires, check the brake lights, don't hang around much, and I mind my own. It's just a Mossberg from the Kmart. I'm gonna trade up when I get the chance. They give them out now like a door prize down at the banquet. You get in account, it's just a 410 shotgun, cut the stock and barrel down. It's just a 410 shotgun. Get the duct tape, wrap it round. In the brown bag and a 12-pack for the ride back down the state highway. Listen, buddy, this is buckshot. It ain't a rifle round, it's just a fire pole. Ain't no big thing about as loud as a preacher shouts. Enough to get you into trouble. It ain't enough to get you out. It's just a 410 shotgun, cut the stock and the barrel down. It's just a 410 shotgun. Get the duct tape and wrap it round. It's just a 410 shotgun.
a good one to finish the set, first set on. Right, just when you. It's a first aid kit. There's some Pedialyte.
I think it's
Oh man, does that feel good? Wow.
If I pass out during the second set, just prop me up. Even my hair is good. Jesus Christ. All right, so this is the perfect song to end this first set. The one happy love song that I do have other love songs, but in the other love songs, only one of the people is in love and the other person is not having any other. Sorry, Terry, that was probably me. This one, both the people are in it. And it's a great song for me to have. You've heard me say this before, but this really does work. I've got this one happy song, and it's kind of a waltz, really. I think it's in 3/4 time. Somebody who's a real musician can tell me after I play it. And then, so it's a love song, and people will call me up. About one person a year calls me up and they say, "Will you come play at our wedding?" And I say, "Well, I will, but have you listened to the CDs?" Yeah, exactly. And I say, "What do you want me to play?" And they say, "Oh, we want you to play Angels and Acrobats." And so I do. I go to the wedding and I play Angels and Acrobats, and I get my check. Weddings pay well. People are happy. Not in my family, but usually people are happy at weddings. And then I go to the hotel and look for Sylvester Stallone on Cinemax. Just see what I can find. So it's a good gig for me. Somebody did say to me once, "Rod, I think you're capable of writing another happy song. I think you should, because it would balance out. You'd have one for each set, And I considered it seriously. But then I thought about my wedding gig, and I thought, no, I got this good wedding gig where I only got to play one song, and so I don't want to double my workload."
Go away. No, it's still there, right?
I ain't no angel, I ain't no acrobat. But when you love me, honey, I fly like that. When you do the things you do, I'm flying high away from all my blues. When you love me, honey, I fly like that. It used to be I was afraid of love. I didn't know just what I was made of. Then you cured my vertigo with your sweet soul kisses and your to and fro. It used to be I was afraid of love. Angels and acrobats got nothing on me. I can fly like that. When you love me, honey, I fly like that. When I hear your engine moaning low, pull the lever, baby, let that whistle blow. Angels and acrobats got nothing on me. I can fly like that. When you love me, honey, fly like that. I ain't no angel, ain't no acrobat. When you love me, honey, I fly like that.
Here we go. Just a short break, just to grab a cold drink, and thank you very much. I'll be right back.
So I hope you're enjoying the show. So Terry, since you're sitting here, why don't you tell us a little bit about Rod?
Okay, Rod is one of the artists that we've had most often here at Riverdog. We've came here early on in our program, and we sort of clicked right away with him as a person, and certainly our respect for him as an artist has only grown through the years. We find him be one of the most intelligent of thinkers that we've had here. We've had plenty of great singers and players and whatever, but in terms of the writing and the mental thing and the quick wit and all that, it's hard to beat Rod Picott here. And have always been happy through the years to have him back. We consider him a dear friend now, and unfortunately this is his last rodeo, and he's giving up the hustle and bustle of the road and settling down in Texas. So this may be the last time we see him.
So on that note, I hope you enjoy the rest of the show.
Let's see how I do.
How are you? I haven't seen you in 20 minutes.
It's a song called Lost in the South. About,
We grew up in Maine, like I told you before, and
about the culture shock, basically, of working in the trades. I was a sheetrock hanger and finisher. Moved down to Nashville, Tennessee. There were some cultural differences that I wasn't expecting.
my daddy was a blue-collar man. You could tell with one look at his hands. Union man, I remember the time. Baseball bat and a picket line. And some poor bastard tried to break through. Got a hematoma in a private room. I moved out here with everything to my name. Jammed inside an old Chevrolet. Stayed at a motel room on Trinity Lane. Hookers in the deal, some out-of-state plates. They were banging on the door all night long. Couldn't sleep a minute for the carrying on. A Yankee lost in the South. A Yankee lost in the South. Everybody said I worked too fast, and they said, ain't nobody want your autograph. And a good Yankee comes to make a little dough, but the assholes, they never go back home. And they said I was trying to make them look bad. I was only trying to keep what little I had. Yankee lost in the South. A Yankee lost in the South. Come on down, have a Coke and a choke. Well, nobody got any of my jokes. Some old money liked the way I was oiled, said, maybe you could be one of my boys. I said, I'm not a boy, I'm a full-grown man. And I'll bet he still doesn't understand. lost in the South. A Yankee lost in the South. It's funny how you don't hear how you sound till you're a pilgrim washed upon some foreign ground. A Yankee lost in the South. A Yankee lost in the South. A Yankee lost in the South. Yankee lost. Thank you.
That last verse is true. I was working on a house. I had just moved to Nashville, and I was finishing sheetrock, and I was working on this guy's house in Belle Meade. Does anybody know where Belle Meade is? Outside of Nashville. It's like old money Nashville. It's like, you know, you don't have enough new. I mean, you can't even get enough new money if you don't have the name. And it's like that kind of area. I was working on this guy's house, and I still had a real thick Maine accent. I think he kind of got a kick out of me. He was this rich old guy, massive house, just massive. You know, thousands of square feet. And he used to bring me coffee in the morning, and kind of laughed at me and laughed at my accent and stuff. He was a real nice guy, you know, we got along good. But then he ruined it with that line in the song. He came down one morning and he gave me coffee. I said, "Thank you very much." He said, "You know, Rod," and that old money accent in Nashville, you know, it's almost like a Virginia accent. "You know, Belvedere, come here, boy." He said, "Rod, I really like you. Maybe you could be one of my boys." I don't know what it's like here, but like in New England, like the trades are kind of like you're respected. Like if you're really good at one of your trades, like you know, like you've seen it on This Old House, right? Like those guys, that's what it's like there. You know, they have a lot of knowledge and they're well thought of if you're good at your job, you know, and you're treated well. And I've never been spoken to like that by somebody like, "I'm not even a man? I'm going to be one of your boys?" It took everything I had not to crawl down off of that scaffold and just pop him right in the mouth. He has no idea how close he came to busted portal.
It used to be, it was only Massachusetts. Now there's promo ways from every goddamn place. And the coastal folks, they just grin and bear it. 'Cause dollars rolling from the interstate. Well, up here, it's just hunters and peepers. A couple months to make some extra scratch. Try to save it up and make a Christmas for the kids, or do the best you can with sewn on patch. Once a month we hit the food bank. Once a month we reach the end of the rope we're clinging on to in the Check County sand. Children waiting on the school bus, or second-hand jackets, boots and gloves. Late afternoon they'll come back home in darkness. Beneath the street lights flicker and buzz. Uncle Joe, he used to work the railroad, but the trains, they don't run through here no more. Raised a family, the kids all left for Bangor. You can choose to move, or you can just stay poor. Once a month we hit the food bank. Once a month we reach the end worked down at the pulp mill. There used to be some money cutting trees, but they bought up every log along the coastline and turned it all into B&Bs. Ah, you can skip a stone out on the water, but you can't drive any further east. Roads all end up at the cold Atlantic, and I could walk on in and surely be released. But once a month we hit the food bank. Once a month we reach the end of the rope we're clinging on to in the Check County sand. Yeah, the rope we're clinging on to in the Check County sands. Gotta be in tune for this one. I think I'm pretty close. This is a little bit of a challenge for me on the guitar. Been without love for so long, I've forgotten the words of that song, and I'm tied to the bone and I'm out here alone. I've just been without love for too long. So lover, come find me. I know most of mine's best is behind me. There's just enough left on this engine, I guess. I still have this ache in my bones. I'm so tired of flying alone. Is she okay?
Sorry, she's like passed out from the heat, I think. Yeah.
I bought an old Ford Falcon, wrote $100 check and thanked him. Broke down on the way back home. It's just a carburetor, so it didn't take long. It's got a busted windshield, bald tires and a broken door, but it gets me to my baby, and that's what I bought it for. A 65 Falcon. She likes to sit right in the middle, bare legs on the vinyl seat, pinch her toes up on the dashboard when she rides around with me. Gets about 10 miles to the gallon, half the gas goes up in fumes. Nobody tailgates this car, everybody gives her lots of room. Lots of static on the AM dial, but it plays WSM. I like it when they play the old stuff. She sings along just a little out of tune. She hears me coming from a mile away. Fan bell winds, all the dogs bark. Left an oil stain on her driveway, but now I know right where to park. Sometimes we drive for miles sometimes we just park out back and drink beer with the doors wide open, making plans on a AAA map. A 65 Falcon. Don't wanna drive a Camaro, don't wanna wear cologne, don't need a kick-ass stereo, all I need is a 65 Ford. The 65 Falcon.
What else we got? I got 5 LTV.
I want to do this.
So, boxing is like the thing, like a thing on my father's side of the family. And a couple of you know this from me talking about it in the past. I had a great uncle who was a professional heavyweight fighter, and my uncle Fred was a professional middleweight fighter, and my father boxed when he was in the Marines. And my father's side of the family is basically feral, and so they were all into fighting. And when we were kids, we used to all go over to my uncle's house, and because he was a professional boxer, and like he would explain what was happening and stuff. And it was fascinating. We watched all the big fights, all the Frazier fights, Foreman, Ali, of course. And but my favorite fighter of all time, and the most intriguing guy to me in all of boxing, is Sonny Liston. And most people basically know Sonny's story. He was one of 25 kids, I think, that grew up on a farm in Arkansas, and his father used to beat the tar out of him. And he left home when he was 14 or 15 years old. I did a lot of research before I wrote this song, and Sonny, the low count on how many times Sonny went to jail is 19, the high is 39. And he was not a good dude. He was incredibly tough. He had 15-inch hands. He had to have handmade boxing gloves. Before one of his fights, the sports pages all around the country printed a handprint of his actual hand. It took up like half the paper. He had to have. They couldn't even buy gloves for him. They had to make them. And he was an incredible puncher. He was just an incredibly powerful guy. And his whole career was run by the mob, and that's why those two fights with young Cassius Clay are considered really controversial. The first one, I think he might have lost that first fight. He might have gone in there, not expecting Clay's speed. The second one, it kind of looks like he threw it, because Clay hits him with this left uppercut he called the anchor punch. And it didn't look like much of a punch to me. I watched it probably 500 times, slowing it down, watching it. I tried to see it. It just doesn't look like enough to take out Sonny Liston. But anyway, he went down and kind of rolled around on the canvas. And because his career was run by the mob, that's why everybody thinks he took a dive, because I believe he was the favorite in both those fights, even though he wasn't the champion anymore. And so it's just a really interesting guy and highly quotable, Sonny Liston. He was disliked by everybody, by all the boxing promoters and everybody in boxing, and black folks and white folks. Black folks thought he was a bad representation for them because he was hooked up with the mob. And white folks didn't like him. Of course, they always wanted to have a white heavyweight champion. And those days were gone by then. And so anyway, Sonny was like, he didn't have a friend in the world. When he won the heavyweight championship, he flew back to he was living in St. Louis, I think, at the time. He flew back to St. Louis and expected, like, this was back in the day when the heavyweight champion was really something. You know what I mean? It's not like it is today. It was really like a worldwide thing. It was really, everybody watched the big fight. And he flew back home, and there was literally nobody there to greet him when he got off the plane. And you see pictures of Sonny Liston, he just looks like the saddest guy that you've ever seen. He just looks, and he used to train to James Brown's Night Train. And then he'd make the guy play the record just over and over and over while he was training. And, so anyway, this is a song called Sonny Liston, After All. His mama didn't know when his birthday was. His daddy ever gave him was a beating. Left the farm walking on a broken heel. Never had a thought of retreating. Went to St. Louis, found a money man. Showed the suits what he had. They saw a big fat check in Sonny's right hand. He was bad, bad, bad. Two big fists pumping like pistons. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. Well, Sonny took Floyd in the very first round. A diesel rig going downhill. He swung a sledgehammer ever left at you. Send you straight down to hell, where the cops didn't like him, he didn't like them. They put a nightstick to his head. Kept the company of hoods and criminals. Was a nightmare, everybody said. Saddest face that you ever did see. His own people wouldn't give him no pass. And somebody asked him about the struggle down south. Sonny said, I ain't got no dog-proof ass. Just two big fists pumping like pistons. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. The punch you don't see is the one that'll get you. Nobody saw the left. Clay took him out with the anchor punch. But Sonny had liquor on his breath, and the crowd all booed as the big man lay, yelling that the fix was in. Nobody knows who got paid. Sonny just took it on the chin. They found him dead on his bed at home, a needle mark in his arm. He didn't have a dollar in his pocket, they said. Sonny gone back to the farm. Too many stories, too many scores. He left to settle, so the cops left him for his wife to find. Yeah, the law couldn't even be troubled with two big fists pumping like pistons. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. Ah, two big fists pumping like pistons. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. Nobody punched like Sonny Liston. Thank you. YouTube just for 2 minutes and put in Sunny Liston. You'll see some amazing stuff. Amazing stuff. Midnight, baby, tossing and turning. My heart's on fire. House is burning. It's 1,000 degrees. How you getting me? Stereo sirens, black top breaks. That's not what's keeping me awake, darling. I can see how you getting me. Something out there on the wind, I hear it calling out my name. Throws your shadow across my window screen. You're getting me, yeah, you're getting me. You're getting me, ah, you're getting me. Down on the corner, they're closing the bar. A handcuffed heartaches up against the car like you're up against me. Baby, in my dreams, blue lights flashing on the wall. You don't know how I feel at all. I'm throwing all of my sheets off, but baby, I still can't breathe. You're getting me, ah, you're getting me. You're getting me, yeah, you're getting me. Shot in the night, the neighbors fight. I can't keep my mind off you, and baby, that ain't right. Ah, you're getting me, yeah. Thank you. I gotta take a second to tune this thing. Look how I discuss my tuning issues with you as I'm up here. Like it's a conference or something. All right. Let's. Another one I wrote with my old buddy Slade Cleaves. Wrote this all the way back in the late 90s. Billy gave Sherry a band of gold, rougher than a Bible Belt road. Along came a boy, pretty as the devil. She took his hand and it all unraveled. There ain't no turning round, it's broke down. Billy took the ring, put it down in his pocket, went downtown and tried to hawk it. Somewhere at the bottom of Lake Pontchartrain, there's a love note carved in a wedding ring. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces.
like it never even mattered. There ain't no turning round, it's broke down. There ain't no telling where love goes, maybe down where the Black River flows. It ain't coming back around, it's broke down. Yeah, there's a baby in the backseat and another on the way. Sherry, Cows, and Billy, but that's not his name. She lies awake at night to the sound of her own heart. Her bed is cold, but her blood runs hot. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. There ain't no turning round, it's broke down. The side of town, two lovers lie still, cigarette smoking on a windowsill. There's a picture locked away in an old suitcase. Billy closes his eyes, but he still sees her face. Broke down, cracked and shattered, left in pieces like it never even mattered. Broke down, torn and frayed, ain't nothing left you could give away. And there ain't no turning round, it's broke down. It's broke down. It's broke down. Before I do these last few songs, I just want to thank Terry and Deborah so much for being such kind people and all the work that goes into this. I showed up like about 2 o'clock and Terry was already working his ass off. He worked all afternoon, then we sound checked, and they just both worked really hard at doing this, and it's a gift for me and it's a gift for all y'all. I know that you know that. Spit all I had when I left my home. By the grace of a girl, I was not alone. And no one ever knew my father's name. I had bad directions, but I found my way. And now, ain't I lucky? Well, yes, you are. I'd have read like me get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got a lucky charm and elbow grease. I say, Lord, help me find where I belong. And I broke my back trying to find that song. Threw it straight right just to keep some pride. I gave a middle finger to the tears inside. But now, ain't I lucky? Well, yes, you are. How'd a wreck like me even get this far? One more chance is all I need. I got a lucky charm and elbow grease. Found myself down on my knees with ashes sing in my hand. I learned sometimes the love you find will leave you scarred and burned. Are old, but they're broken in. They're not worn out yet, they're just a little thin. So darling, meet me at the back porch light. We'll chase each other's ghosts back into that night. Well now, ain't I lucky? Well, yes you are. I'd a wreck like me even get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got a lucky charm and elbow grease. And I'm lucky, well yes you are. I'd a wreck like me even get this far. One more chance is all I need. I got a lucky charm and elbow grease. Thank you. Thank you.
Oh, this is a perfect one to end on right here. So, like I told you, during the whole COVID thing, I was splitting my time between my house in Nashville, Tennessee, and my dad's house in Brownville, Maine. And I would go up for 3 months and go home for a couple months, go up for 4 months, come home for a couple months, just back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. And my father really needed the help when my mom passed 2.5 years ago. He wasn't capable of, he just was overwhelmed, you know, with all the insurance and accounts. And I know a lot of you have been through this same thing. It's really difficult, you know. And so I went up there to take care of it all for him. And one of the things about my dad is, my dad is the least sophisticated human being you've ever met in your entire life. If Paul McCartney and Mick Jagger knocked on his front door, he would not know who they were, I swear to God. He watches, he's obsessed with, the only thing that matters to him is if he gets to mow his lawn that day. So mowing the lawn is a big deal. And I can tell right away when he picks up the phone, he'll be like, "Hey Rod," and it rained today, didn't it, Dad? Yeah, couldn't mow the lawn. And he's all chipper, you know. "Hey Rod, must be Rod, how are you doing here? How you doing there?" I was like, "Oh, you had a good day on the lawnmower, didn't you?" "Yeah, I was up there till about 7 o'clock, mowing until about 2. I says, "The hell with it, I'm going down and get myself a couple of Bud Lights." And he's a real character, my dad. He's got he's doing fine. He's functioning just fine. You know, he gets through the day and everything. But he's got just the very beginning of dementia that he was diagnosed with. And so his short-term memory is not good. His long-term memory is excellent. He remembers, you know, everything about his childhood and our family life and everything. He remembers all that. But his short-term memory is not good. And he's starting to do that thing, you know, where people start to replace words with, I mean, I've even done it. You start to replace words with other words that aren't a word and they have no relation, but they kind of sound like the word. Well, he's doing that a lot. And so when I went up there to help him go through my mom's things, and it was sort of a strange gift from, it's a strange thing to say even, but it was sort of an odd gift of my mother passing away, was that the last 2 years I've grown very, very close to my dad. And so I was the guy, you know, I was the guy taking him around to all the things. Some things he had to be there, some things he didn't. And they had already made me their power of attorney, so there was a lot of stuff that I could do by myself. But when he did go with me, we'd get in the truck and I'd have you know, you never know how many you're going to need, but you have to get a pile of death certificates. And I would have them in a manila envelope sitting between us, along with whatever bill we were going to. And it was during COVID, so a lot of times you couldn't even go inside the building. Like they would come to the door and you'd pass things back and forth. And we'd get in the truck and he'd say, Rod, do you remember to bring those gift certificates? Every time. Every single time. I say, Dad, their death certificates. Oh yeah, that's right. I don't know why I keep saying that. You just sit in the truck when we get there, I'll take care of it. And it's hard, but you know, a few years ago, well, more than a few years ago, I started being able to see my parents as just people instead of my parents, which is a real trick. It's really hard to do. And I don't think it has anything to do with your intellect or how insightful you are or, you know, how the kind of empathy you have. It's just a real difficult trick to switch that off in your brain and think they're not my parents. You know, they had dreams and desires. There were other people in their lives before me and my brother came along, you know. So and separately they had dreams and desires and probably had a vision for their life, you know, before she got pregnant. And so I started thinking about my dad that way. And he's got these two big Marines tattoos on his arms that are all faded out now. You really can't even make out what they're supposed to be. But they weren't that good in the first place. I think one of them was misspelled even. He had them done in the Philippines. There was a little bit of translation problem. And, but you can't even tell what they are now. But I loved him when I was a kid. I used to love looking at his tattoos. And I don't have any tattoos. I never have found anything that I wanted, you know, forever. I always thought they were cool, and I love them when I see them on other people, but I just never found anything I thought, like, that's my thing. That's it. That's my thing. I've looked. I've gone into a bunch of places and looked, but I just, you know. Anyway, this is called Your Father's Tattoo. And I'll call him tomorrow. I didn't get to call him tonight, so I don't know if it rained or not.
Dresser drawer and a box of coins, a jackknife and a bigger one. It's called a K-bar, a real good knife. He took it with him back when he got out. It's fading now and it's hard to read. When you were a kid, it was the best thing you'd ever seen, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's your father's tattoo. It was a time he was hard and young, and he stood up straight in front of anyone back when he was sure of every little thing he knew. Back before your brother and you, and it's not as bright as it used to be. There's an eagle flying and a flag that says Marines, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's your father's tattoo. He might have broke your mother's heart once in a while, and you wanna know how and you kinda don't. You sat at a bar and talked through the beer. Something about the Philippines and something about the huts. Some advice that sounded more like lucky. Told you things that you can't remember. Some things you knew about and some things you never will. Something about a high school girl, some lies mixed with truth. A car crash and a tear or two, but it ain't got nothing to do with you. That's your father's tattoo. That's your father's tattoo. That's your Thank you so much for this gift and this beautiful night. You want one more? I know exactly what I'm going to do. Because there are a few people in the audience that would love to go to next year's Bruce Springsteen concert, but they don't have $4,000 for a ticket. I think I still remember this one. Hey little girl, is your daddy home? Go and leave you all alone. Got a bad desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Tell me now, baby, is he good to you? Can he do to you the things that I do? I can take you high. Sometimes it's like someone took a knife, baby, edgy and dull, and cut a 6-inch belly through the middle of my skull. At night I wake up with the sheets soaking wet, freight train running through the middle of my head, and you could cool my desire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Ooh, I'm on fire. Lights out tonight, trouble in the heartland, got a head-on collision, smashing in my guts, man, I'm caught in a crossfire that I don't understand. But there's one thing I know for sure, girl, I don't give a damn for the same old played out sins, baby, I don't give a damn for just the in-betweens. Honey, I want the heart, I want the soul, I want control right now. Talk about a dream, try to make it real. You wake up in the night with a fear so real. You spend your life waiting for a moment that just don't come. Don't waste your time waiting. Badlands, you gotta live it every day. With a broken heart stand as a price you gotta pay. Keep pushing what's understood and these badlands start treating us good. Working Working in the fields till you get your back burned. Working neath the wheel till you get your facts learned. Baby, I got my facts learned real good right now. Better get it straight, darling. Poor man wanna be rich, rich man wanna be king, and a king ain't satisfied till he rules everything. Wanna go out tonight, wanna find out what I got. 'Cause I believe in the love that you gave me. I believe in the faith that could save me. I believe in the hope, and I pray someday it may raise me above these badlands. You gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand as the price you gotta pay. Keep pushing until it's understood, and these badlands start treating us good. To have a notion deep inside that it ain't no sin to be glad you're alive. I wanna find one face that ain't looking through me. I wanna find one place I wanna spit in the face of these badlands. You gotta live it every day. Let the broken heart stand as the price you gotta pay. Keep pushing until it's understood, and these badlands start treating us good. Badlands, oh, Badlands, oh, Badlands, oh, Badlands, oh. Thanks, everybody. That was so much fun. Thank you so much. Thank you, Deborah and Terry. Drinking the beer now.
So that was a great show, wasn't it? Rod, it was great having you.
I thought it was great. I was particularly on fire this evening. Yeah. No, it was great. It was a great show.
Yeah.
It's always good.
So thank you, and look forward to our next Riverdog Rewind. All right, so
Well,
it's
it better not be the last time we see him.
Well, yeah. You're always welcome here, you know.
make sure that
If you ever do a road trip to Maine, you're always got a
Oh, we'll
place to stop here.
Yeah, we'll stay in touch.